Hey everyone, it's Peter here down in the Lego cave, making sure we're hanging out for the first time in a long time. But here we got some exciting new sets. As you can see here, we have the 2024 Mobile Construction Crane, set number 60409, as well as we have the crane that came out in 2022, set number 60324. This one at the time I thought was such a great build and great functionality and use. We have a previous review of this one, and you can click up in the top corner if you want to check that review out. But now we have this crane, which is almost double the size and double the price. So let me know down in the comments below which one you prefer and which one is the better of the two. Now let's get to that comparison. As we're looking at a set that's double the price, you would expect that it would have double the minifigures. And at this case, you are right. We get 4 minifigures in the 2024 set, and in the 2022 set, we do get 2 minifigures. Both of these sets have great minifigures. This one here for 2024, you do get 4 minifigures. You get the site planner, you get the maintenance worker, the crane operator, and then a spotter as well for the crane, just to let everyone know where the cargo is going to land. Also a great detail, which is a sticker, is that little elephant logo on the back there, which I particularly like as well on the side of the crane. Moving on to the minifigures from 2022. Again, we have a spotter with a radio mic to be able to speak out to the crane operator as it's moving the load around the crane. This one here doesn't have any crane detail stickers on the side, just the regular safety markers. You also get a few accessories. In the 2024, you get this nice little porta potty, which will hang around shortly soon. And then on the 22 version, you got a road plate, as this one can probably be used for building your roads in your city. And then on the 2024 version, you get this massive counterbalance for the back of the crane, which we'll see in a few seconds on how that works out, and see how that supplies extra weight and stability for the crane. Now let's get to building some of these functions and how they work. Both cranes have operating outriggers, so you can slide that in and out to give that crane some extra stability when it is swinging around its load on the end of the boom. Now the outriggers on the 2024 mobile construction crane is a bit more intensive on opening and closing them. You do have to remove this bottom foot, and then it does close up and clicks with 2 connectors up top there, just to hold it in place as you're driving around. And then that extra foot piece, you can pop it up on the top of the counterweight. Now when you do put that there and you remove the outriggers, it will be a lot less stable when the crane is fully extended as we have right now. Move the minifigures out of place and all the accessories first, as this is going to take a bit of time to get set up. So we got the outriggers on this one, and then you get these massive plates to hold down the bottoms of the legs. Clip those on for us. And then on the side here, you get 2 wheels, one for the rope to loosen. As you can see, it loosens off the front of the crane. And then for the lifting of the crane, you get this Technic axle where you have to manually raise the crane to the height that you want it raised. And let's just put it right to the maximum height we can get that crane. Then we'll give it some slack here for the hook. Lower that down a bit. And then we'll work on the height of the crane. Let's see if we can get it higher than my head here. There we go, extending out the boom. And there we go, that's the maximum height of this crane. Now we forgot to put on the counterbalance, so next thing we have to do is we swing out the control module for the minifigure to sit in, and then we'll clip on the back here the counterweights. Now we got the full extension of the ladder. Let's just pop that out of the way. swing it around a bit. And then we'll get the other one set up so we can see the height differences between the two cranes. Unhook the front of the crane again. Give the rope some slack. And we'll raise up this boom as well. This one's got a gear axle boom, so it's easier to raise the boom. Unlike this one here where it was geared axled, this one you do have to pull out manually. And if you pull too far, it does come out of the holder. So there we go. Now we got the two cranes hooked up. As you can see, this one is again half the height, half the size, half the price. So as you can see, great playability, great function between the two of them. The front cabs look fairly similar between the two, but again, this one is much larger in size and definitely has a lot more function and presence in a room. Both these cranes have engine detail. This one is not very detailed itself, but as you can see down there, there's a little sign of an engine inside on the 2022 version. And then on the 2024 version, you have on the back of the seats, you have an open compartment that has the engine for the crane as well. Let's lower that crane down a bit. Get that boom down there. Now both sets do come with accessories. So as you can see, this one had the porta potty, so we can hang that up top there. And this one had the road plate. And both of them hold these without an issue. Here's the big question, everyone. Do we think the new mobile construction crane can pick up the original 2022 mobile crane? Let's see what it can do. There we have it. The mobile crane being hung by the mobile construction crane. Definitely putting a lot of stress here on the ball joint of the mobile construction crane. As you can see, it should be sitting like that with a lot more height difference, but that extra weight on the end of the crane is not doing too well with this crane. Great for smaller objects, it looks like, but if you want to lift something heavier like this, you might want to upgrade some more parts on your crane. Until next time, we'll see you in the next comparison, and maybe we'll do something more exciting, as we do have lots of different sets in the Lego cave that we can match up with. There we have it. It looks like it can be done. Only downside is it's putting a lot of stress down here on the ball joint that's holding the base of it, and those counterweights are not really doing anything to hold the crane down. As you can see, we can press that and it does pop off with that extra weight on the back.